You guys ever heard the story of Sulika?
Yeah, with the pins, and she pinned herself.
You heard every story. I can't give you any chidushim. When I ask these questions, it's not for you. In Morocco, it's a true story. In Morocco, there were times that there was a lot of anti-Semitism and they would want us to marry them. And the Moroccans were very, very strong with religion. Very strong, close to Hashem, and sacrificed their life for Hashem. And there was a woman named Sulika that the prince wanted to marry her. And says, I cannot marry you. I'm Jewish and you're not. Under no condition will I let you marry me. After several requests, she refused. The prince got embarrassed, or the king got embarrassed. It says, okay, we're either going to force her to marry me by torture, or we're going to make sure that she's the only one that's embarrassed. We're going to take her by the hair and tie her hair to the tail of the horse and drag her across the town until she says, stop, I want to marry him, or she dies. And the whole city sees that no one goes against the king. And that's what they did. And before they told the horse to keep go, said, do you have any last requests? And she says, yes. I would like to get needles. Pins. I'm asking, pins? Yes, I'd like to get pins. So they gave her a bunch of pins, laughing at this woman. I mean, usually people ask as a last request, they'll ask for a steak, they'll ask for mercy, they'll ask for another chance, they'll ask for all types of things, but pins? This was the first. And Sulika the Tzadikah takes the pins and takes her dress and she puts the pins through the dress and through her skin to make sure that it doesn't ever show her immodesty. Doesn't show any part of her body while she's being dragged by a horse. People are seeing this crazy woman, according to them crazy, according to us, one of the biggest tzadikot that ever lived. Blood everywhere. All she cares about is that no one sees her knees. She wants to make sure that the dress is covering every part of her body, and definitely her knees, regardless of the fact that she really is a nusa. She doesn't have to do that. But the modesty is already part of her. Why? Because modesty for a woman is the key to connection with Hashem. Key. Modesty in prayer. And so they do it. And they go. And they drag Sulika. And after a few moments she screams, stop! So everyone thinks, oh, okay. She came back to her senses. She doesn't want to be continued dragging and blood everywhere. So they stop the horse. They say, okay, you ready to marry the king? He says, no, absolutely not. Chas v'shalom. So why'd you say stop? I had to fix the pins and put them even deeper. And they dragged her until she died. The Rashash, Rabbi Shalom Sharabi, the Yemenite king wanted to marry his daughter, but he respected the Rashash. Rashash said, absolutely not. You can never marry my daughter. We're from two different nations. It can never be. He says, but I'm the king. I can do whatever I want. He says, yes, but it can never be. But I'm the king, but I can do whatever I want. He says, yes, but the Creator will never let it happen. And the king says, let me show you. And they forced this poor daughter of Lashash to get dressed and get ready to marry the Gentile king. And as soon as she walked into the hall, the first step into the hall, she fell down and died. True story.
Wasn't her fault though.
No? And Rashash comes to the king and he says, I told you, God will never let it happen.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.